Hello everyone, welcome to Pack Rat Route and Scale Model Railroad. My name is Gary Corbin. Today is the 30th of November 2019. I'd like to start off first talking about the COPPA. I'm just going to mark my videos not for kids and go on about make my model railroad. That's it, end of story. Today's videos I'm going to cover the start of my Limestone Quarry, go over the sizes and how I'm going to make everything. Now granted, this is just a rough end. This is my concept. It's taken me since I posted the last video to kind of come up with this idea. I've done it in several different ways. I kind of tend to overthink things sometimes, but that's just the way it goes. But I'll go over how it's going to flow and kind of my concept on how it's going to look. This is going to be quite a few series, I would imagine. I don't do this stuff really quick, so I imagine it'll take me the better part of the early winter up until the next early new year. About the time where I'll have about a year into this project. So, but well, enjoy the update, guys. Thanks. Alright guys, for the first update here, I'm going to change this area over where I was going to have a small little lumber yard. I'm going to have this be a ready mix concrete plant, and this won't be a swimming hole anymore, but this will be the washout pit. I'll get rid of the grass and it'll just be all gravel lot area, and there'll be the tower for the mixing plant and a pile of gravel, and then this will be the cement silo where the raw powdered cement, Portland cement, is, and the rock will be delivered by trucks. I'm not sure yet if I want to have a viaduct or a bridge in that area, because eventually there will be a road leading into the ready mix plant here. Now the next little update, it's really not so much of an update, but just to give the complete cycle of cement and concrete, where I plan on having a parking lot here. What I'm thinking about is having it where they're doing an expansion of the lot. That way I can have some smaller construction equipment and things like that, and have a ready mix truck and different things like that. So it's the complete life cycle of concrete and cement. And for the big update on the layout, I'm standing in the doorway right now. I know the yard down here is trashed down. It's got all the foam bits and all the paraphernalia you need to play with the foam and get this done. But what I have here is a large limestone quarry. The distance from the edge of the table here to basically where the layout V's up there, where it comes back down, is just about 8 feet. The pit area from this point up here, where that needle box is at, to the wall down here is about 7 feet. So it's a nice large pit area. The widest that this goes in here, I think, is about 32 inches or so. So yeah, nice big pit area. Now right here where the black dots, they represent the holes that would be drilled in and then pump full of gelatin explosives and then blown off. So I think I'll have some sort of a tank truck, single or double axle, where it's pumping in the explosives into the holes. Won't be able to get it. I don't think they make an end scale drill like that, so we'll just represent that in this machine here, which is representing the P&H 4100, will be the main focal point for this layout. Now up on top here, all right, the yellow foam represents a haul truck. I'm not sure what size that I'm going to get yet. It's going to be a 785 or 797 anyway. They're huge trucks. The black box next to that represents the quarry office. It also monitors the rock that goes down into, basically it'll be, the truck will be dumping into a cone crusher and then conveyed down to a cut and cover conveyor system that goes back off into the nether reaches. And on this side, the conveyor system will come out of the cone crusher and be screened out to 2 and 3 inch size, run up underneath the road, and then get loaded out there into the rail cars that get sent off to a agricultural grinding facility where they use the lime for corn and bean fields in the Midwest area. To have access to this center, if anything were to need fixed on or anything, once this layout's complete, this section here will be a lift off where you can see that little bit of wood right there, and this going up to this point here will be a lift off section. Make everything nice and easy. Now between here I'll have a single rail spur that goes along this risen area here and stop back in there. That's probably about 45 inches or so from where the gravel will be loaded from a conveyor system here. And then basically where the gap is at, that'll be like a small mound, piles of dirt rock, and this basically area up here will be the haul road / turnaround area where they pull up here, back in, dump their load, and then pull back out and go down the haul road back down to the shovel for another load. You can see the haul road is hugging the side of the pit there, and the back wall from basically where the P&H mock-up is at up into the white foam is 10.5 inches, and that small little strip above that is about 1.5 inches, 2 inches tall or so. So that basically from that top right there down to the bottom of the pit is about 12 inches. Now on the top of that berm area, I'll have more mounded dirt and trees and such, so that it gives a real nice effect to rolling hills in the Midwest. Now from this point here on around to the portholes and the orange thumbtacks up there, the track will be hidden. Right there where you see that little piece of 1/4 inch foam, what I want to do is kind of make a a berm area with some shrubbery and tree that hides that siding area. The back mainline track will be hidden by a small, just barely rolling that goes over the other mainline track and the track that drops down to the lower yard area. And then put some trees and shrubs and stuff out. Between those two mounds, it will hide that back one. So the only thing that's going to be covered are these two tracks in the center, and I'll make that a pop-off. And going up here, that's the haul road that'll go around where that white foam is. That's about 3 inches wide or so, and then disappear off into the distance up there. In the front, I'll put a low berm in here with some shrubbery and trees on this side. On the back side, it'll be rock and dirt, all the overburden that gets pushed up. Same around, it'll just taper up to those portholes. Just a nice little low berm, because I'm 6'2", so when somebody comes in here that's 5'6", I don't want a big wall that blocks everything. I still want just the top of that shovel to be exposed, so that when the shorter guest walks in, or whoever, once they walk over to this V area, they'll be able to see everything clearly. And then on the other side too, you can see the when you first enter, just on the other side of the drop down that I have, you'll have a nice view of the pit, the quarry area. I don't want to make a mountain scene. I want it to represent just low rolling hills in the Midwest. Now the green foam represents a water hole, more or less, or in a quarry like this, you got to have some place for the water to go. So I'll have one here, and there'll also be another small one down inside the pit. Now those are also used for multiple purposes. In the drier months, the haul roads get dry and dusty, so there's a water truck that'll spray water on the haul roads and around the pit area to hold the dust down. So that's where the truck will either fill up down at the bottom of the pit or the top of the pit, depending on where he's located at and he runs out of water. Also, these crushers, to keep the dust down, we'll have sprayers on it, so there'll be a piping system going up to there also. And there'll also be, from the bottom of the pit up to this hole, will be another series of pipes to pump the water up out of the ground. And then the water will go from here out the cut and cover tunnel, also along with the conveyor, to get rid of the water out of the quarry area. Now on the back wall, I've started with a little representation of how I want the limestone walls to look. I've trimmed down some pieces of the foam and hot glued them to the walls there, and then eventually they'll get covered with plastered. And then I'll use a wire brush on that, so it represents the limestone layers.